give you a look from above right now with just some incredible video. This is just spectacular drone video showing the East Grand River area. Now, that's the main business district of Portland, right near the freeway. It is just massive, and as you can see, and the impact is just phenomenal. Now, as we've been standing out here, we have had crews out surveying the area, taking a look at things all around. One of them is our own 24 Hours 8 meteorologist, Ellen Bacca. You were able to sort of branch off from us a little bit earlier. And what were you seeing as you made your way around this area?
This is just a hint of some of the damage that I saw all the way back towards the center of town. So we had three church buildings that were very strong, very sturdy. All of them sustained damage. We saw several houses that had trees that were 60 feet tall, and all of those were just snapped in half. We saw mud spattered. All of this is indicative of a tornado. And I actually did run into a National Weather Service employee there. He was just scoping things out. Unofficially, he said he's very sure that this is a tornado, and I can concur. It's looking like at least an EF1 with some of the damage that we've been seeing.
It's interesting, you know, we don't have the background that you do. We didn't go through all of the education background that you've gone through to determine how you would know that it's a tornado, or if you would just determine that this was just an incredibly strong storm. Sort of list off some of the things that you saw in particular that sort of was a red flag for you. This had to be a tornado.
Oh yeah, a huge red flag is that all the damage was in a big swath. So it was in a line. It wasn't like a big bullseye. That's usually straight line winds. Another thing that we saw is all the damage was twisted. It was being thrown against houses. So you had debris that was embedded inside the sides of these walls. We saw a 2x4 that was shoved inside a roof in one location. Everyone we talked to said, oh my gosh, we can't believe we're fine, because their windows were blown out. And that's another sign that we look for, those windows that blow out because of the pressure that's forced into them from that wind. And I had to get a private escort. I was one of the first people in the media to be able to go back in some of those neighborhoods where it was roped off. Good thing, too, there's glass, there's debris everywhere. I actually had a piece of glass get me in my shoe and scrape my foot a little bit. So it's right, we have things roped off. Debris is just everywhere.
And see, and so you have a piece of glass right there, proof that this area can be dangerous if you're just walking around. That's just one of the reasons why the emergency crews out here are really stressing to everyone to stay back, to pay heed to the fact that these areas are blocked off with caution tape. When will we might know for sure whether or not it was a tornado, in fact, to hit this area?
The National Weather Service is apparently on scene right now. They're looking at all the damage. And since the damage is so convincing at this point, I do believe that we'll probably get an actual confirmed tornado report here within the next few hours.
Ellen Bacca, it's so wonderful to get your input on all of this as well. Thank you so much, and be careful as you're assessing this damage.